And good evening, everybody. Welcome inside Mountain Lions Stadium as we get set for Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference Soccer, the home opener for the Mountain Lions of UCCS. And not only that, a big-time crosstown rivalry here in just a few minutes. Hello, everyone. Josh Howe alongside David Almer. And Dave, not only is this a fantastic opportunity for UCCS as far as getting off on the right foot at home, but also a little bragging rights with a potential victory here tonight.
Yeah, a lot of close games over the last few years here, Josh. We shared one apiece, both at home. They home victories. Last year was at CC. They won in overtime. So let's see what UCCS can do tonight. 2
consecutive years, these two teams have gone to extra time. So here we go, just about set to kick it off here in the 2012 matchup. Both these teams have a lot of talent coming back for the Mountain Lions of UCCS, a ton of experience, but David, a new man at the helm in terms of leading this Mountain Lion team.
Yeah, Coach Keen's first year in charge. He took over from Coach Ellis last year, who'd really done a great job in bringing the program back to life. Had a great season last year, so let's hope Coach Keen can kick on from there.
And on the flip side, you talk about experience, veteran presence on the bench of the CC Tigers.
Yeah, the coach is, I think, just over 47 years in charge, so great experience.
Horst Richardson at his 47th season at the helm of the CC Tigers. And his squad certainly off to a good start, a 2-0 start after knocking off University of Texas at Dallas down in, that's when actually in Colorado Springs here earlier this season, and then beat Nebraska Wesleyan in a couple of regional matchups. On the flip side, the Mountain Lions trying to get on the winning track. They went 0 for 2 out in California, losing at California State East Bay 3-0, and then falling to California State Stanislaus 3-1. And David, a couple of matches, one for sure the Mountain Lions thought they had a great opportunity and certainly a bitter taste in their mouths as they come home to open up the 2012 season.
Yeah, sure. They went out to California looking good in practice. They had a little bit of sickness with a few of the players, lived together in one house, and all of them got sick. But I think they recovered from that, and we're hoping for a good game tonight.
The CC Tigers will have the ball to start things off here. They're known as a second-half team so far this season. They've been outscored 2-0 here in the 2012 season in the opening half, and then in the second half have outscored their opponents 4-0. It will be interesting to see just how the Mountain Lions can start here against a what appears to be a very strong Division III CC team this season. So for the Tigers, Daniel Wright out there at midfield, along with teammate Matt Fector, the leading scorer on this team. The Mountain Lions, a lot of veteran experience on this team. In goal tonight is going to be Brandon Costa, the senior keeper out of Folly Beach, South Carolina. And here we go, we're underway. The home opener for the Mountain Lions of UCCS.
One of the things they're going to need to do tonight, Josh, if they want to get on a winning streak, is get number 2 involved. That's, sorry, number 2 is
Sebastian Hertzberg.
Sebastian Hertzberg, yeah, Seb. He's from Sweden, new guy on the team, very influential if they can get him on the ball. So they'll be looking to get him involved tonight.
The Mountain Lions have returned a host of players, certainly a new face in terms of coaching goes. But, David, this is going to be a similar look that we've seen the past few seasons, so not a lot of change in terms of style of this UCCS team.
Yeah, they're pretty direct approach. They like to get forward, like to be offensive, but a couple of new players in key positions, so that'll be different. No Carlos Verduga anymore at the back. He was a big player for them at the back, you know, controlling things from the way out. Keenan Foster's gone in there now, but like I said, Sebastian new in the middle. He's going to have a big game tonight.
So this is Luke Chapman, the sophomore out of Fort Collins, Colorado. They'll swing it over the other side, giving chase there Gabe Koss, the transfer out of BYU Hawaii, and it's going to be out of the far side. CC controls.
Perfect, thank you.
The Tigers led by their senior forward, Matt Fector. He was an All-American a season ago, just the 7th All-American in CC soccer history. And it's going to be Mountain Lion ball there on the end line. Corner kick here coming up for UCCS here early on in this one. We played just under 2 minutes.
Yeah, first chance here to get a good effort on goal for the Mountain Lions.
Looks like Gabe Koss is going to set it up for Johnny Keane's squad. And they'll get a head on it, but it's over the crossbar. Good job getting a hand on it as Brian Graff, but good opportunity there. Good corner kick that time by Gabe Koss.
Yeah, Taylor Ferguson got on the end of it. He's an athletic kid, slimmer build, but he's strong. Gets himself about the field well and got a head on frame there.
Brian Graff in goal for the Tigers. He's a senior. Last year went 7-4, a 1.52 goals against average and a save percentage of .757. So Koss is going to try it again here. We played 2.5 minutes.
Ooh.
And in front of the net, opportunity for the Mountain Lions. And still in front of the net, it's alive. And swallowing up the ball is going to be Brian Graff. But boy, couple opportunities here in the opening minutes of this one.
Yeah, Taylor got on the end of that one again and kind of dragged it across goal. Just miscued his shot, but dangerous opportunity. Good start.
That's Taylor Ferguson, the sophomore, started 16 of the games a season ago. Here come the Tigers the other way.
Ooh.
And good job by the Mountain Lions. Taylor Ferguson blocking it in the lane, and here they go the other way. This time Gabe Koss on that far side.
Chapman's open on the left here if they can find him. Oh.
That's the sophomore out of Fort Collins, and coming out is Brian Graff, and Graff's been tested early in this one so far, giving up nothing. We're scoreless here.
Yeah, Luke rushed that one a bit. He should have taken a touch. Gabe found him. He made a good run, though, and that's encouraging for the Mountain Lions. They want to get him in positions like that, but a little bit of nerves maybe, get a first home game of the season, but Coach Keane would have liked him to take that down and maybe get a better effort on goal.
So this is Graff sending it out near midfield. Sean Parham doing battle there. Now the Mountain Lions with James Roberts go the other way. Good ball up ahead to Von Packy. Von Packy now sends it back to Dreffs. Dreffs, second team all-conference a year ago, dancing in the box. And that's going to be deflected out. It'll be Mountain Line ball.
And you can see the influence there of Sebastian, number 2, the Swedish player. Just got the ball, nice, calm and composed, slotted a nice through ball there.
So another quarter opportunity here for the Mountain Lions. And once again, it's going to be Gabe Koss, the senior, out of France by way of BYU Hawaii. Just a gorgeous evening tonight. Early September, a little bit of a breeze, but temperatures absolutely fantastic. We'll see how this wind affects the fly out of the ball here as the sun starts to drop. So here's Koss in the corner. Had one to the other side earlier. The Mountain Lions with a golden opportunity could not cash in. Here we're just under 5 minutes into this one, and a header on the ball, and it's going to go the way of CC. Here come the Tigers the other way. This is Matt Fector across midfield.
Oh, great
Has
ball.
a man down the seam. It's Sean Parham. Parham gets a foot on it, and a great play and goal by Brandon Costa.
Well, first chance of the game for CC, and they broke really quick. Nice counter-attacking move. Great ball through, and just good defending there to get back and cover that.
So Parham showing some good speed, David, down the seam. Got behind the defender, and a opportunity for CC. So first shot on goal tonight for the Tigers. It's 4-1 shots on goal in favor of UCCS. We talked about Colorado College being a second-half team through the first 2 games of the season. They were outscored 2-0 in the opening 2 contest, or opening contest, I should say, and then really battled back in the second half, scoring 4 goals in the first 2 games. David, how about the filling out process for both these teams? They're familiar. They've seen each other the last couple of years, but are both teams trying to just kind of get a gauge here in the early going as they do battle inside? CC trying to put the pressure on, and that shot is just wide. Daniel Wright had a golden opportunity, and it comes up just off the mark.
Josh, I tell you what, I think you could have finished that one. He had the whole world to aim at, and he put it wide. I mean, that was a great chance for CC, and they're going to be kicking themselves.
Well, both teams really, David, with a couple of golden opportunities. The Tigers with the two most recent, but it's still no score here. We played just over 6 minutes in this one. There's Costa, the senior, setting it out. That's Von Pacti doing battle there. Drafts trying to get over the left side. He will. This is Hertzberg, the freshman. Down the center, and coming out of goal is Brian Graff to swallow it up.
I think you can see in the way the teams are set up right now that how their seasons are going. CC, 2 wins under their belt. They're pretty comfortable to sit back early on and just kind of feel things out. UCCS under pressure, trying to get a win here, pressing high up the field. So there might be a few opportunities for CC on the counterattack.
So the Mountain Lions back. There's Luke Chapman. They'll get it ahead to Drafts, using that speed to keep it in play. Second team all-conference this season ago. The leading scorer for this Mountain Lion team. Drafts and Company in a deadlock against their crosstown rival, Colorado College, the last 2 seasons. This match has gone to the home team, CC winning in extra time a season ago, and then 2 years ago, the Mountain Lions edged Colorado College in overtime. This is a great little rivalry, David.
Yeah, good rivalry in town. This game, along with the CSU Pueblo game later in the year, they're normally big games for these guys.
Talking to Coach Richardson prior to the game, and he feels really good about this team doing something they hadn't done in a long time, beating University of Texas Dallas, one of the better D3 teams they will see this season. That's the freshman Hertzberg dancing across midfield, and now the near side, Taylor Ferguson. Seems like this Tiger defense is really settled in here.
Yeah, the CC team are playing very compact. They got 4 across the middle there with a holding midfielder, so they're very compact. They're not going to give too much away in the middle here today.
That's Luke Chapman. Chapman with the left foot over to Von Pacti. Hertzberg now. A young man out of Sweden bends one over to the far side. Good ball there to Colton Briscoe. Over to Koss now. And Koss right at the goalkeeper, Brian Graff.
Yeah, good play, sprinting out wide by Sebastian. Good start. He's been involved in everything that's been good so far going forward with UCCS. Need to keep him on the ball.
For the Mountain Lions, this is the first of 2 straight at home. Then they hit the road for 3. But really, it starts to heat up in a hurry, hosting Metro State in their next outing. So you talk about a tune-up. This is a great chance to work out the kinks, if you will, before they really hit it hard in conference play. That's James Roberts, had an assist in the 2nd game of the season. Good defense there by Max Thomas. Some new faces in the starting lineup this season, David.
Yeah, they've got a few veterans, but they, like I said, in key positions, Sebastian, Max, Luke Chapman didn't play much last year, redshirted, so they got some new faces in there. They're gonna have to start gelling quickly if they want to get on that side of the win side.
This Mountain Lion team picked to finish 5th in the RMAC this season. Last year, of course, made the playoffs. And talking to Coach Keene prior to the game, he said this team's goal is to host a playoff game, which would mean to finish in the top 4, and that would be an outstanding feat. But first things first, they're just trying to get back on the winning track here and notch a win against their crosstown rivals tonight here in the home opener. Midfield, here come the Tigers once again. There's Thomas back to play the ball. Sends it back to Costa, out of there with the left foot. How about the play of Brandon Costa, of course, the senior. Last year, started all 18 games, had 75 saves. They've got a lot they can rely on between the pipes here this season, David.
Yeah, Costa's been a great stalwart for the team. Been a very consistent player for the last couple of years, and yeah, I'll be looking to have end his career on a great note this season.
So Colorado College with the ball, still no score. Played just under 12 minutes here in the opening half. Tigers a couple of opportunities right out of the gates, but CC is settled in. The left side, that was Luke Chapman giving chase. Now they'll send it back to the keeper there, Brian Graff. Lob ball up ahead, Thomas back to play it. Doing battle there with Morgan Wack.
Yeah, and then Max needed to do better there. Just clear it, get rid of the danger.
CC putting a little pressure on, and Costa comes out to scoop it up.
Yeah, good tracking back there from Luke Chapman. You know, you need your midfielders to get back and help the defense out. Every now and again, he did a good job there.
So Colorado College, and arguably one of the best conferences in the nation, the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, of course. Fort Lewis won the national championship not too long ago. The Skyhawks ranked #1 in the preseason poll this year, and certainly they will be the true standard in this conference. And doing battle there, that's the freshman Sebastian Hertzberg at a whistle. Play stoppage here. Hertzberg didn't like it.
Yeah, I mean, that was a fair challenge. I couldn't really see too much wrong with that. And Sebastian's coming from Sweden as well, where that challenge is not going to go. That's not a foul in Sweden. So a little frustrating for him, but different game, and he's going to have to settle in.
So here's Matt Fector, the senior forward, All-American a season ago. Sure, he's got 5 points, a couple of goals, and an assist. Fector lines it up. Sends it in and right back out by Thomas. Good job by Max Thomas on the header, and it goes across midfield. Giving chase there, Brandon Von Pacti. And quickly a chance here for CC. This is Morgan Wack. Thomas gets back, Wack hits the deck.
That's not a penalty.
And play continues.
Max Thomas did really well there recovering. Good physical athlete Max Thomas is, and he got back in position, got goal side and stopped that, broke it up.
So no score here, played just about 15 minutes in half #1. In case you just joined us, Josh Howe alongside David Homer. And David, we have got a perfect evening for the season opening match for UCCS, and both these teams would love to have a little bragging rights. As Coach King was talking before the game, they see each other all off season in various soccer settings, and no doubt this game is talked about more than just tonight. Whistle on the play, and this one is going to be sent the other way, and little chatter there by Brett Dreffs, didn't like the call. And officials tonight, Glenn Babcock, Daniel Bava, and Jeff Riddlebarger. So this is Graff to send it across midfield. Hertzberg and company still trying to change a scoreless contest here. Under 30 to play in the opening half. Colorado College comes in 2-0, winning 3-2 and 2-0 in their first 2 matches of the season. The Tigers looking for win #1 here. Both teams still trying to get a feel, try to get into a rhythm here in the early going. That's Thomas straight up in the air. And then Colton Briscoe, the young man out of Lewis Palmer High School, right up the road in Monument. Working far side is Briscoe against Fector.
Yeah, the only problem for CC is they're playing one man up, 4-5-1 formation, and when they get in that attacking position, they haven't got many options right now. So they do well on the counter attack, but when they get forward, they haven't got many options up there.
So this is Forder giving chase, and there's Costa again. Quickly, the senior scooping up the ball, and a pair of steady hands in goal for UCCS. Dave, talk about that from a player's perspective when you know you've got a veteran presence like Costa in goal on the defensive end. Does that change the mindset at all, or the risk you can take as a player?
I mean, you'd consider it. I think right now they're just the lead strikers or forwards for CC need to get the ball and just hold it up and let those 5 midfielders kind of come around them and give us some options. But they're rushing it a little bit right now, going too direct to goal and not getting many chances on the break.
That's Keenan Forder, number 13, now on the left side of Luke Chapman. Chapman now trying to find an opening. There's Drefts, and taken away by the Tigers. This is Forder again. Battled there by Sean Parham.
Nice. That was a nice, using the triangles, 3 men, work the space, get the ball out, start passing it around, and now they moved it over the complete side of the field. That's good.
Colton Bresco, a young man from Lewis Palmer High School, far side of Drefts. One-on-one. Drefts on the ground and deflected to the side of the net by Patrick Robinson.
Yep, another corner. We're looking, Taylor Ferguson's been dangerous on those last 3 corners, had a touch on each one, so let's see if he can get one here.
So 4th corner opportunity of the evening for the Mountain Lions, and once again it's Gabe Koss, the senior. No score here. We're under 27 minutes to go in the opening half. CC and UCCS. Koss, high ball past the goal, and now it's sent out of there by CC. But how about the freshman, Hertzberg, keeping it alive? Hertzberg trying to get him out of the court of the right side, but Andrew Worthington there on the defensive end for the Tigers.
Yeah, Taylor Ferguson got on the end of that ball again. I mean, he's been dangerous on the corners tonight. He's had a touch on each one. But they really need to start getting these efforts on goal and start really applying this pressure.
David, they got off to a great start of the first corner kick, a near goal. This one's deflected back by Drefts and out.
Yeah, good pressure early on. They've kind of sat back a little bit now, kind of relaxed a little bit. CC got in the game, had a good couple of opportunities, but really need to do what they just did in that build-up to the last corner. Spread it wide, use the whole field. Don't just stay in the middle. Stretch this 5-man midfield out and make them work.
4 shots on goal for the Mountain Lions, 3 for CC, and this one gets back as Worthington lets it go to his keeper, Brian Graff, the senior out of Seattle, Washington. That's the one thing you look at both these rosters and players from all over the globe. Hertzberg straight up in the air. He's a good-looking freshman.
Yeah, I mean freshman, but he's a very physical presence in midfield, good size, good strength, doesn't lose the ball, good passing. He's going to be a big player for UCCS this year.
This is Patrick Robinson now on the left side, and there's Sean Parham. Costa comes out. 3 shots on goal so far for CC. Hertzberg checked low, and now this one's going the other way. Hertzberg certainly frustrated at that call. And the card comes out.
I'm not really sure if a card was deserved there. I mean, a quiet warning by the ref would have been adequate, but every ref's different, right?
So CC now, Ben Sandalo, the opportunity here for the Tigers. CC has not scored a goal in the opening half this season, and that one's too strong, but giving chase there, Sean Parham. Reversing direction. And here's Worthington inside and covering on the backside for the Tigers, Gabe Koss, chasing it down. CC continues to control. It's Fector now.
Yeah, good play there by Worthington. Created the space, got an opportunity, opened it up, but just a defender in the way to block it.
So not a ton of offense in this opening half, at least to this point. CC now. Ben Glass, and that'll be Mountain Line ball. Well, David, both these teams very familiar with each other, and I guess this is not a surprise considering how the last two contests have been decided in overtime.
Yeah, the game's pretty tight right now. What it needs is one player from either side to just couple of good touches, nice bit of skill, and open the game up a little bit. And we haven't seen any one particular player look like they're going to be that. Maybe Sebastian Hertzberg for UCCS. He's had some good touches. CC have had a couple of good chances, but no one really standing out trying to take hold of the game.
That's Roberts now doing battle on the far side. James had an assist in the second game of the season out in California against Stanislaus. Substitutions on deck here for the Tigers. 4 getting set to check in for Horst Richardson squad. Well, you talk about a contrast on these benches. Horst Richardson, 47 years. Johnny Keane in his first year. Both teams, though, both coaches wanting this one a bad way tonight.
Oh my God.
So it seems like the whistles have certainly picked up in recent minutes here.
I think the ref likes hearing his own voice as well.
So the Tigers have it on their own end. Ben Sandalo to set it up for Richardson squad. Across midfield. And there's Drafts. Over to Roberts. And Hertzberg can't get it. Here we go now to Koss. Gabe left side. Sent out of there by CC. Pretty quiet on the home side for the Mountain Lions. Not a lot of noise in the stands. Hasn't been a ton to cheer for to this point. Let's see what Briscoe can do. Colton sends it in, and it's headed out of there, intended for Drafts. Hertzberg now. Back to Roberts. They'll set it up with Ferguson. James Roberts.
Yeah, we definitely need a spark in this game to get it going and light the fuses. You know, bring CC out from their composed and compact shape and the 4-5-1 formation. That'll drag them out, and that'll open the game up a little bit.
And Max Thomas trying to catch CC off guard. Just jumped the gun a bit too early, trying to hit Koss on the left side. So this is Max Thomas, the junior. Inside, Drafts ahead on it. And this is CC ball. There's Briscoe far side. Roberts taps it up ahead to Drafts. Sent in now. And there's Hertzberg, the freshman to the backside. Lobs it up,
Oh.
drafts a head on it, and a goal! Brett Drafts with the header, and the Mountain Lions take the early lead, 1-0.
Well, Josh, I told you it's going to take a good bit of individual skill to open this game up, and Sebastian Hertzberg gave us that individual bit of skill.
How about that assist by the young freshman? And Brett Drafts the finish.
Nice bit of play down the left-hand side. Seb opened up some room. Great float across to the back post. Keeper had no chance, didn't know where to go in no man's land. And Drefts, what a deft finish on the end. Nice header.
So it comes at 25-10 into the first half. So Hertzberg.
Now this is where the game will open up because, and you can see right from the kickoff, CC, 2 men forward. They haven't had that all game. Starting to open up. Now they've got to come out of their formation. Now their onus is on them to do something. Now the game will open up. There'll be some goals tonight now.
Tell you what, that is exciting to see the young freshman knowing that he can contribute in such a big way. They're going to have him for a while.
Yeah, freshman in eligibility, but I mean, this guy's been playing at a good level in Europe. He's used to playing with a men's team as well, not just young guys in high school. So a lot of experience.
Certainly can see that he is a physical player. CC trying to answer. This is Elliot Levitt. Tigers, as we mentioned, have been outscored 2-0 in the first 2 matches of the season. Now make it 3-0. That would be in the first half of the first 3 matches this season. So corner coming up here for CC. Matt Fechter, the All-American from a season ago, the senior out of Westfield, New Jersey. With his wind at his back and headed out of there. Bottom outlines, that was Fordham.
Yeah, good header by Keenan. That's what you want from your big center back.
Quickly now, across midfield, Gabe Koss. Back out to Drafts. Straight up in the air. Brandon Von Pacti.
UCCA